Welcome to the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie, powered in part by Classic of Denton. The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts and their guests are those of the show host and guests, and not necessarily those of the sponsors, DentonRadio.com, or the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. For more information, visit the Policies and Procedures page at DentonRadio.com.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie. I'm here in the studio having fun before the show starts.
Yes, we are.
And I'm here with Cassandra Berry. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here again. Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course. And we are going to be talking about some of the things that she's got going on with Denton County Friends of the Family and all the activities and the art and the music that's involved with all of that. Especially healing through the arts,
Yes.
which is our highlight for the evening, which is pretty important to many people that are involved with that. So, first of all, how have you been?
I've been doing well. I'm just staying busy, trying to get everything taken care of between my mom and my little girl and friends of the family, and trying to have a life, beyond that as well. I've been a little busy.
You're managing,
but
though.
not as busy as you.
Oh, I know. I'm like, why didn't I know about these activities you're doing behind the scenes? And you're like, you're planning a wedding. It's almost over.
That takes priority.
So I will catch up with you as soon as all of this is said and done with. But aside from that, what do you guys have going on with Denton County Friends of the Family?
Okay, well, next month, October, is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And so each year we have a set of programs and events that serve the purpose of heightening the community's awareness around domestic violence. And we do that not just through lectures and presentations, but also programs and activities that you may not otherwise have expected to receive some empowering information about what the realities are about domestic violence. As a result of a recent traumatic incident in our county, we had community members to reach out to us and ask, could we have community conversations centered around domestic violence within the African American community. And so as a result of that, we have scheduled a third of those conversations as a part of the City of Denton's National Night Out. And so that will be on October 1st, beginning at 6:30 at the Pleasant Grove Baptist Church. And all of this information is on our website and our Facebook page. So we'll have that, and we may have some music there, but mainly just to have people come and know their neighbors, get to connect with one another, and show some type of community spirit and camaraderie.
Now, this National Night Out, obviously it is national, and who's involved with this?
Well, the City of Denton Police Department spearheads it. And so they will have a preview to National Night Out on the night before, which is Monday, September 30th.
Okay.
And they will, serve free hot dogs and things like that. And so the invitation was included in that for people within the community to host an event. And so someone from the police department or a city official or staff will come to the events that have been planned for that evening. I don't know who has been assigned to come to ours on that that night, but we are doing that in conjunction with the whole National Night Out theme.
Okay.
So it's a City of Denton event.
The thing that the police do is that they actually, when you guys register your event, wherever that may be, then one of the police officers or somebody who's in the police department will come out and visit you in honor of National Night Out.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so we have partnerships with the Pleasant Grove Baptist Church and the Denton Housing Authority. So we're all coming together to host that event.
Okay, and so you're going to do that at the church. What kind of things did you say there was going to be? What is it, a free event?
Yes, it's a free event. We'll have hot dogs, chips, and water. We've had an organization, a company, to reach out to us just today about helping with providing the refreshments. And so it's just to, have like a block party is
Yeah.
how it's themed.
Very
And so a
nice.
community block party to just talk about how we as a Denton
Mhm.
um, community
Mhm.
can be cohesive
Mhm.
and support one another.
Okay. So that's one of the events that you
Hmm.
have going on.
Yes. And so the next one, I'm going to do Healing Through the Arts last. So I'm going to talk
Yes,
about that the most.
definitely.
Um, if you have that um, artistic flair about you to create a design on a T-shirt,
Mm.
make an expression in an art form to support awareness around domestic violence, or how you see it, or how you would interpret what it looks like for it to to prevent it. We have the Clothesline Project, and that's something that began back in 1990 when the members of the Cape Cod Women's Defense Agenda learned that during the same time soldiers were killed in the Vietnam War, women were being killed by those men who claimed to love them. And so we participate every year in this clothesline project. And this year we have sponsorship from the UNT on the square. And so
Nice.
that will be the location because we didn't know if it was going to rain. I
Mhm.
think something is going on, maybe Twilight Tunes
Mhm.
on the courthouse lawn at that time. And so there people can come by and design a T-shirt, make an
Mhm.
expression about domestic violence and the prevention of it. And so that will be on October the 11th,
Okay.
just across the street there at the UNT on the square.
Okay, so what is this one called again?
It's called Clothesline Project.
Clothesline Project.
Hmm.
Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, anyone could come in and walk in and they say, "Oh, something's going on here. Let's
Hmm.
see what it is." They check it out and they walk in, and while you're there, they're able to participate and design something to honor the theme
Right.
and put it on a T-shirt there
Hmm.
while they're there.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like you have to submit something.
You don't have to submit anything. We have the T-shirts available, the paint, the markers. You just
Oh,
come in
okay.
with your artistic flair and just
Okay. That's pretty cool.
be
And
creative.
I know that we have a lot of spirited people in the sense of giving to the community, especially for many different causes here. There's so many, I can't even keep up with them. But that would be really cool because we have some amazing artists here, as we always know.
Hmm.
You know, I was just blown away last week. Was it the Chalk Fest? Oh my gosh, I was so just in awe of all of the talent that we have. So I would be interested to see what they come up with for the T-shirt designs, because that's pretty, on the
Yeah.
spot too.
Right.
I like that impromptu, think on your feet type of art.
And for all ages, we have had whole families come by
Oh, very
and
nice.
have the children design a shirt and the
Mm-hmm.
parents and the adults design a shirt as well. My little girl designed one
Nice.
last year and the year before that as well. So,
Nice. And that's definitely something that, you have to put a little thought into it because of the sensitivity and
right.
the seriousness of the topic or theme. So it does help bring families to
Hmm.
think about these things together.
Yeah, and it's a therapeutic art form. I
Mhm.
mean, some people create a design with some type of image. Some put, love, not hate.
Mhm.
Messages like that.
Mhm.
Let's stop the violence. And
Mhm.
so, whatever they feel compelled to, and how to create that T-shirt,
Mhm.
they have the freedom to do that.
So how long has this been going on?
Well, the actual campaign started back in 1990, and
Okay.
so for as long as I've been with the agency, the last few years we've done
Nice.
it.
That's really awesome.
And so the
That should
next
be
thing we
fun.
have one more event before we talk about healing through the arts. If you have that pampered pooch, no matter how small or large, that you think is just the cutest pup, dog, or whatever in the world, then
Oh,
we
wow.
do Dogs Against Domestic Violence.
That's involved.
Yes.
That is some real dedication right there.
And this will be our second time to do this.
I bet it's fun.
People bring out their dogs and they can dress them up, and they will be paraded from Oak Street Draft House up to East Side. We'll have
Oh,
categories and prizes, and we had a great turnout last year, and I'm looking forward to doing it again. So that's October 17th.
Okay, so you guys have to jump in on this because we're all a town of animal lovers,
Mm-hmm.
and we always have our babies, or they're around town. Just they're at East Side, they're at Oak Street, just like everyone else. So I would love to see how cute and adorable.
People will get really involved with
Yeah,
dressing up.
I can imagine. So you guys start working on your costumes for your babies, but make sure that if they're aggressive like mine, that can't take her nowhere. She embarrasses me out on the square, so we don't really get to go out on the square with Bella. Um, keep them on a leash, keep them
The little
muzzled
muzzle.
if you
Hmm.
have to, because you just never know. Somebody may rub them the wrong way.
Right.
They're just the whole creature comes out of them. But yes, if you have lovely dogs and well-behaved children dogs, then
Hmm.
bring them out and have a
Yeah.
great time.
Yeah.
Not be like me, bitter mom
But
that can't take her nowhere. A little white mini schnauzer, and she thinks she's gonna eat up the
Are you
whole town.
serious?
Yes, she is horrible. I cannot take her out on the square. I try to do the whole, sitting on a blanket with her. Oh, we're gonna be cute, taking our little selfies. She barked the entire time, and everybody was like, "What is wrong with that
Total
dog?"
opposite from you. How did that
Embarrassed
happen?
me. She's stubborn like me. That's what happened. She's just like me. And I was like, "You are embarrassing me. Stop it." And she just was, no. Anybody that she didn't like or any dog, she was like, "This is my town."
Well,
She was a diva dog.
she's a diva dog.
Yep. Sorry, I had to tell my dog story.
Well,
Why you don't see me with my dog around town.
yeah. Well, that's too bad because it would have been fun to see
Uh-huh.
the diva dog
Um,
in Dogs Against Domestic Violence.
She's bad. I might have dressed her up as Godzilla or something because that's how she acts. Oh, that
Well,
would be cute. And do
yeah.
they need to register online for that, or do they just come
Yeah,
out?
just go online. It is a free open event yet again, so it would help to register so we can know about how
Okay.
many. But yeah, so we're doing that again, and so healing through the arts.
Yes.
Now you know that I love art, and my
Yes.
favorite go-to, of course, is music.
Obviously.
And you know, I've been performing at Sweetwater
Yes,
for
you
the
have.
gospel hour, and so people say, "Oh, you have a great voice." I said, "Thank you, but I just am a person who loves to sing great songs," and because that brings a form of healing and therapy.
Yeah.
Just the other night and going through the set list. I just put my phone by my pillow and just listened to music as I was winding down, and it just really was very, healing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with my appreciation for all forms of art and the realities of the healing process,
Mm-hmm.
that it can contribute to people, especially ones who have suffered a
Mm-hmm.
traumatic event, we conceptualize healing through the arts, and that's going to be October 3rd, and it's going to
Mm-hmm.
be at the Greater Denton Arts Council. The program itself will begin at 7, but we have some pre-activities
Mm-hmm.
that as people come in, they can take part in with this big easel, and
Mm-hmm.
board where
Mm-hmm.
they can contribute to um, a work in progress.
A work in progress of
Yeah,
art.
so
Mm-hmm.
looking forward to that. It is yet another free event, of course.
Nice. We like those free events.
Yes, those free events are good. So 7 to 8:30. We have received some awesome art pieces that people have
Nice.
responded to our call for artwork to have it on exhibit as well as silent auction it
Mm-hmm.
on that evening.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I had thought to bring a couple of pieces just to show, but
Mm-hmm.
the contributions that we've had, people have really poured themselves into it, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, gosh, I need to have enough money to buy the majority of them because there's some fabulous pieces that have
I
been
can
donated,
imagine.
and so I really appreciate those who are participating in that. We will again have dancing.
Oh, very
The
cool.
the little girl praise team from a local church, Moore Street Baptist
Very
Church.
cool.
They will be dancing. We may have some dancers from TWU. We
Very
had both
cool.
TWU and UNT participate last year,
Mm-hmm.
so we're looking forward to that. We'll have poetry reciting with
Nice.
their own theatrical presentation
Mm-hmm.
as they recite the poem. We also have um, the Lori's Joy Choir
Mhm.
is the
Mhm.
agency choir made up of survivors, advocates, volunteers,
Mhm.
staff, interns, whoever wants to come and be a part of that.
Mhm.
And so we have been rehearsing every Thursday,
Nice.
getting ready for this event, and so we're looking forward. And I like to give everyone an opportunity to use their gift or talents, and so
Mhm.
you'll see some people and hear some people that you might not have known even can sing, and so
Oh,
they'll be
really?
doing solo parts. There's many solo parts.
Like Jake?
Yeah, so
Mhm.
like Jake, yeah. Did I tell you about how awesome he was this
I
past
heard
Friday?
about it, but I didn't know this. I've been here 2 years and I never knew this.
Yeah, we're
So,
going to digress for a minute. It was awesome.
oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so at some point, I need to see how I can encourage him to come and do something for friends of the family because
Oh,
a
that would
lot
be
of a lot
great.
of us were there, and a lot of us
Y'all
were like,
witnessed
yes,
the
yes.
phenomenon of Jake. And also, if you guys are out there in the internet world and y'all have a video of Jake singing, can y'all please send it to me? I would like to post that to our Denton Vibe page. So please make that happen.
Yes.
We would like to support the arts, especially those that have not been, we're not aware of these things.
hmm
And we love to support the arts. So please send me a video of Jake singing.
I've seen him play the skins, but what I
Nice.
saw Friday was absolutely phenomenal. That was
Okay.
great,
Thank you for
great.
sharing that tidbit of
hmm
information. After 2 years, I never knew this.
It was so great that if he were just to show up on Thursday, October 3rd,
No,
I'd see how to make a way for him to do something on that program. I'm just saying.
yeah, I mean, come on.
Come on.
How can you say no, Jake?
All for a cause is a party with a
He
purpose.
already said he was going to join Hot Mess, so we may have to obligate him to be, you know.
I think so. I think so. So, in addition to maybe Jake popping in for a surprise visit to Healing Them Through the Arts, for the first time, and actually this is on our second time doing this, we're going to have the theater arts.
Oh, very nice.
I found a play that on YouTube, and it was done in the UK, titled Like Love.
Mm.
And so I revised it, condensed it down for the purpose of fitting into this
Mm.
format, and retitled it The Subtlety of It. And
Nice.
that's going to be done. And so we have two people who are playing the roles because there's only two roles.
Mhm.
So my son is playing a role as the male, and Ayanna Salter
Mhm.
is playing the female role. And a lot of people know Sienna Rael. She's going to
Mhm.
be the director. She is a director, and so
Nice.
we're looking forward to presenting that piece as well. Then we have a couple of people who are survivors who are going to share their story. One, she's unable to be there, so I went and recorded her
Very nice.
reading her story, and the harp was very instrumental in her healing. And so I
Mhm.
have a harpist who will be playing the harp while her
Wow.
story is being
That's going to be really
shown. Yeah,
beautiful.
and the beauty of it is that the two sharing of stories came as a result of them feeling empowered to do so from the last year's Healing Through the
Oh,
Art.
that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
and so the reality of how an art form can produce
Mhm.
and help with in
Connection.
connection with your
Yeah.
healing became more evident, as a result of these two people who will be sharing
That's
their
amazing. And that's
story.
what it's about when you have these type of events, those connections that you just never know whose
Right.
story is out there that needs to hear somebody else's story. So, seeing someone perform, make art, do whatever their role is in these type of events gives the other person the courage to take that stand eventually, I think, and
hmm
and also share. The more we share and talk about it, the more people that are released from the prisons of those horrors.
Right.
And so it is very healing. It's a healing process, and I always say that when people are to the point where they're sharing about it, it's because they've faced their demons head on and they're ready
hmm
to help others to do the same in that journey.
mm
So
Yeah. So we're excited about the different programs we have throughout the
Mhm.
month. And again, I will stress that they're all free,
Very
open to
nice.
the public, and will allow for the an opportunity for one to become more knowledgeable about
Mhm.
domestic violence. Um, Within now, what, 3 to 4 months, we've had two incidents that resulted in fatalities around
Mm.
domestic violence just here in
Mhm.
Denton County. And so we need to continue to increase the awareness however
Mhm.
we can. The average is 1 in 4 women will be or have experienced domestic violence or
Mhm.
relationship violence in their lifetime.
Mhm.
And this is just for those cases that are reported. There are so many
Mhm.
that are not reported.
Mhm.
On average, about 3 people, 3 women lose their lives every day as a result um, of a domestic violence traumatic event. And
Mhm.
so we want to continue to make people aware, talk about what the red flags and signs
Mhm.
are, and then help to empower them to know that there are agencies like ours, Denton County Friends of the Family, who
Mhm.
can assist, with moving people truly from a place of crises to a
Mhm.
place of confidence. And so we do that on a day-to-day basis and throughout the year, but especially in October and April,
Mhm.
which is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, we get to do and promote a lot of activities
Mhm.
that bring people together. Um, Also, like in February,
Mhm.
we'll have a Black History Month program for the third time
Mhm.
around domestic violence awareness. So we just want our community. Denton is our community,
Mhm.
and we want to be able to, live, breathe, navigate through it, and feel safe about doing so.
Mhm.
And if we see an issue that may possibly be somebody being victimized, we want people to know what that looks like so that they can maybe, in their own way, direct that person
Mhm.
maybe to our services.
If anything, I mean, a lot of people, you think about any kind of awareness, you're like, well, I know that already. I know that already. But does it really sink in when it comes down to it? There's so many times that you could be sitting next to somebody at work, and they're going through
Hmm.
something that is these situations that you,
Right,
and half the time you're like, I never knew, I never
right.
knew. And then you start thinking back and you hear things that they said, you play those things out in your head, you're like, I should have known.
Hmm.
So you have to be attuned to some of those red flags, like you say.
Right.
You have to really be in tune with that type of thing.
Especially those things that we consider, not to be signs of abuse when they are because they become
Mhm.
so normalized within our
Mhm.
culture.
That's
So,
exactly right. It becomes so normal. So many things are normalized
yeah.
nowadays, unfortunately.
But the art, healing through the arts is going to be yet another, I think, just awesome, um, program for the
Mhm.
community to be involved in. Some of the artwork that has been submitted stems from um, someone having an experience,
Mhm.
either directly or
Mhm.
indirectly. One of the pieces, um, the artist shared with me that when after her traumatic incident, she couldn't see color,
Oh
and
wow.
so her painting, her drawing, um, includes color that um, she began to see as she was going through that healing
Oh
process
wow.
and using her talent to
Mhm.
create art to help her to regain her sight and vision of color. And
Oh,
so
that's.
there's just some really powerful pieces
Mhm.
like that that will be on exhibit and available for sale.
Oh, that's amazing. And there, obviously, it's going to be a very touching event. Um, Obviously, the poetry, I would be very interested to see that portion, all of it actually, but that's very close to me, near and dear. And so you said they were going to be pairing that up with a performance, which is amazing. Anytime you do that, it really is very impactful. It hits in the heartstrings depending on, what type of vibe you're going for.
Mm-hmm.
So I can already imagine just the whole night is being just drenched in artistry
Yeah.
and heart. And together, when you get that, you get something so, pure and magical.
Yeah, a student who's a recent UNT graduate of theater arts, she's going to be reciting and expressing this poem, this
very
piece that's around
nice.
it. And Matt Grisby, we were just talking
Oh,
about
yeah,
him.
yeah.
We got the folk festival
Oh,
coming up.
yeah.
He wrote a song for us about domestic
Nice.
violence awareness, and he's going to run over from the Armadillo over
Oh, is he
to
really?
to the Arts Center to perform that song for
Oh,
us
shout
on
out
that
to
night.
Matt.
So he entitled it "Never Alone," and it is a beautiful piece. And so he'll be performing that on that evening.
That's awesome. I actually wrote a poem called "Never Alone." You're not alone. So
Mhm.
that it kind of goes hand in hand with these types of themes and
Mhm.
stuff. So that's amazing. I mean, you pull from the community and the resources of art and artistry that we have here is just, it makes for a good event. And I know that with the healing involved with this and through the arts, I know it's going to be a beautiful night.
Mhm.
So okay, I want to go ahead and ask, is it still possible to submit, or have you guys closed it out? Because I know a lot of times you have to be you've got time schedules. So
Yeah. It was closed out, but I'm going to offer to whoever's listening, and they are like, "Gosh, I wish I had known this. I have a
mhm.
piece that I'm almost done with, or I'm done with,
Mhm.
and I really would like to donate it
Mhm.
to help continue to provide these free services to the clients, the friends, the family. If you can get that to me by Friday at the end of the day, or
Okay.
if you call me by Friday and say, I'm almost there. Can I bring it first thing Monday morning?" Then I'm going to extend that for anyone who may just say, I have something I want
Okay, and that's
to
for the
contribute. That's for
artwork.
the artwork.
Okay,
Yeah, our
so
program, I pull from everywhere, so our program
it's pretty full.
is pretty full.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, if anyone has artwork that they
Mhm.
want to submit, just give me a call, and that number is 940-387-5131, and my extension is 241.
There you go, guys. You guys make sure to submit for that. That would be an amazing cause. And hello, we have a big pool of artists here, so I would be really happy if someone heard this and jumped in on that, even if it's at the end. It's okay.
And
So you got the approval here by Miss Cassandra Berry.
and if something happens, it doesn't, and you still want to submit something, there are other opportunities for which we can include
Utilize
it.
it.
Right, we have Holiday Express
Mhm.
that we do, and that's the first Saturday in December, I believe,
Mhm.
and that is an opportunity for submission of donations for the silent auction there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be an amazing night of art. And this is October 3rd.
Yes.
And that what day does
October
it fall?
3rd, that's Thursday, October 3rd,
Mhm.
at the Patterson Appleton Arts Center on the
Okay.
corner of Hickory and Bell. The program will begin at 7. Pre-activities will begin around 6:15,
Okay.
and we just open the doors for everyone to come and be a part of the experience. It was phenomenal last year, and I'm not saying that because I coordinated, but I never knew,
Yeah.
the process of healing that was taking place right there. That people
Mhm.
come and say,
Definitely.
I'm now empowered and ready to share my story.
There you go.
Oh, I have this work I want to
Mhm.
submit and be a part of it next year. I've written this song,
Mhm.
in support of what you all do. And so what has come from that has just been
It's amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
And so I'm just thrilled.
Well, do me a favor. Anytime you share any of that, go ahead and feel free to tag me, and I will definitely share it.
I will.
If that's what I can do, I'm gonna try to be there. I will check my calendar because you know how I am right now. But I would love to be there. Maybe even photograph and just be a part of that in that way, and just share. Maybe go live. I always like to go live when I'm at someone else's performance
Hmm.
or event, because then that's the way I help out, if you're not purchasing a CD or something, a T-shirt or whatnot, but or donating.
And speaking of donations, the Delta Public Service Foundation, they will be there, and they will be collecting hair and skin products.
Oh, nice.
For our clients who are in shelter. So if you want to bring a donation for that cause, that'll be received on that evening as well.
Very
and
nice.
then once you have gotten through this wedding, and we'll try to have this again next year before your first year anniversary, we're going to have to do a song together.
Oh my gosh. Yes, we can. We can work on that to have
we've talked about that. And so,
yeah.
But we've both gotten a little busy and
I
planning a
know.
wedding. That's
I know.
awesome. Be
Yes,
a beautiful
it is.
bride.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So where can they find all this information again, just to throw it out there, just to make sure we wrap it up with the details of social media?
We have a Facebook page, Denton County Friends of the Family. You can go there for each of these events that are listed. Please share with others. You can go to our website, dcfof.org, and go to the tab that says events, then go down to what's DVAM, that stands for Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and all of these events are listed there. Did I say they were free?
Yes.
Absolutely.
They are absolutely free. You can't go wrong with that, guys. I mean, we have so many events going on, and I know it's hard to pick and choose, but every once in a while, do something out of the norm, out of the box. And we like to have fun, and these are other means of fun. It's just a little different, for a cause and whatnot. So thank you so much for coming on here and telling us about this. I'm really excited for you guys. That T-shirt art contest, or it's not a contest. Clothesline project is really fun. The dogs, hello. Half of y'all should be there with your dogs, not me, though, because I can't bring Godzilla. I would like to see that happening, too. But unfortunately, that will be right around the time that I'll be in another mind frame altogether. So we might have to catch that on the next round. Maybe I'll take her to doggy obedience school. By then, she'll be decent. She'll be acting a decent dog. I was going to say a decent human being, but you guys make sure to check her information out at the links provided that she gave. And I'm just so happy for you guys doing all this stuff with the community. A lot of fun stuff in the art. I'm really excited about the event at GDAC. So you guys get out there if you can. Maybe I'll see you out there. Thank you so much for joining us again here on the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie. We will see you next week.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. And now stick around for a word from all of us here at Discover Denton. Do you love live music? If so, make Denton, Texas your next vacation. Find more information at discoverdenton.com.